Hey guys. Hey Stars, how are you, hon? Y'all know how it goes. We'll give her a few minutes and see how many comes in. Excuse me. Hey Susanna, how are you, honey? Yeah, I've definitely been better. I'm not even going to try to sugarcoat it. I'm glad to hear, Susanna. Hey Amar, how are you, honey? I'm sitting out here about to freeze my behind off. Excuse me. Hey Liza, how are you, hon? Internet's already acting up. But I did find something I wanted to share with y'all. I actually found it a couple of weeks ago, but I wasn't able to download it so I could share it. So I just finally pulled up the app um on the laptop. That way I could show you guys that way. So let me share the screen. I thought this was the cutest thing. You know, teachers get a bad rap a lot of times, but this right here gives me hope. I thought that was just so cute. Hey Monique, how are you, hon? I actually debated about whether or not to go live today or to just video the new segments, but usually I feel better when I've been live. So I just went ahead and came on live that way. Also, we could start our new rabbit hole. And I think the new rabbit hole's going to take us a lot of different directions. The thumbnail for this live should be a big hint, as well as I put it in the description. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna mute myself just a second. I'll be right. I'm here, but I gotta blow my nose, and I know y'all don't want to hear that. They really do, Liza. Losing someone he's much better, Monique, just not in the way that we wish. He um he went home and gained us Heavenly Wings yesterday. He got they took him home from the hospital at 8:27 Central Time yesterday, and he passed away at 12:47 p.m. I love you guys too. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Stars. And thing is, I hadn't been that many days before. He went to the hospital, talked to him. Thank you, Susanna. I know in my heart he's in a better place, but it still hurts. Hey, Miss Mac, thank you. But I know at the end of the day that, he'd want me to do what makes me happy, and he knows he knew how much I love my YouTube family. He really is, Monique. And I know in my heart of hearts I'll see him again. Thank you, Amara. That's much appreciated. I actually spoke with his oldest foster son earlier today. The kids definitely are not handling it well at all, which is understandable. He was a really, really good man. All right. I'll go ahead and get started with the news. We got 9 in here. But yeah, I've I've done nothing but cry since Saturday when I found out, you know, that they were pulling him off the ventilator. All right. UK police arrest 2 people in investigation connected to the hostage taking at synagogue in Texas. Malik Faisal, a British national, was identified as the individual responsible for the hostage taking incident. Police in the UK have arrested 2 teenagers allegedly connected to the hostage taking at a Dallas area synagogue over the weekend. As part of the ongoing investigation into the attack that took place at a synagogue in Texas on January 15, 2020, officers from the Counter-Terror Policing Northwest have made 2 arrests in relation to the incident, the Greater Manchester Police said in a statement on Twitter Sunday. 2 teenagers were detained in South Manchester this evening, the statement continued. They remain in custody for questioning. The news comes after Malik Faisal, a British national, was identified as the individual responsible for the hostage-taking incident in Texas over the weekend. Akram was identified by the FBI as the hostage taker at Congregation Bethel Israel in Colleyville near Fort Worth, which resulted in an hours-long standoff with police Saturday that ended in the hostages escaping unscathed and the death of Akram. Akram allegedly demanded that the U.S. release Afia Seddiqui, I guess is how you would say that name, a Pakistani woman who is imprisoned in Texas on charges of trying to kill American service members in Afghanistan. Siddiqui is serving an 86-year prison sentence after being convicted in the 2000 incident in Manhattan in 2010. The FBI said that it is still processing evidence from the scene of the synagogue, though it noted that investigators believed Akram acted alone. Hey, JL. Hey, Sophia. You know, it's crazy to me that thank you, stars. Hey, Sophia. I was just, I had told them about my friend who lives in Texas. He passed away early yesterday afternoon. But it just amazes me how people pick religious buildings, whether it be church, synagogue, a mosque, it don't matter, and try to do this stuff. Thank you, Jen. He's in a much better place, that's for sure. He he had a heart attack and a stroke on top of being diagnosed with that C word. Thank you, Sophia. And they put him on, that machine, that that forbidden machine, and Saturday night the doctors contacted his power of attorney, who is, you know, a really good friend, and recommended that he be taken off the machine, and they took him home at 8:27 a.m. yesterday Central Time, and he passed away at 12:47. Oh, goodness. I should not be sleepy, but it's just cold weather. North Korea fires two suspected short range ballistic missiles in test. The U.S. Indo Pacific Command said the missiles did not pose an immediate threat to U.S. personnel or territory. North Korea on Monday launched two suspected short range ballistic missiles into the ocean off its east coast, according to reports. The South Korean military said it was studying the flight data, the New York Times reported. The launch, which would be the fourth and fifth ones this month, took place near an airport just outside of Pyongyang, the paper said. The reported launching of North Korea's ballistic missiles is a grave problem for the international community, including Japan. Nobuo Kishi, the Japanese defense minister, told Reuters. Mason Ritchie, a professor at Hanok University of Foreign Studies in Seoul, told Reuters that the recent test and varying launch location indicates that the country has enough missiles to feel comfortable expanding them on test. The U.S. Indo Pacific Command said the missiles did not pose an immediate threat to U.S. personnel or territory or to its allies, but highlighted the destabilizing impact of the North's illicit weapons program. And, last week, Kim Jong un, was at one of the testings. Very well possible, stars. I see that, stars. I appreciate y'all very, very much. Y'all just don't know. We got 120 views on the ladies panel on Saturday. That's the most viewed live. Right, Monique? He is definitely overcompensating. usually does. I don't honestly believe that man uh, 5 foot. I swear this internet does not like me. I think we're having hot dogs, Jen. Or at least they are anyway. I haven't been able to eat much. Liza. Can y'all hear me now, guys? Am I 5 by 5? Okay, there we go. Thank you, guys. All right. Go back to sharing screen there. So, how about that volcano on Saturday? Chocolate cake sounds good, Monique. Tonga is calling for immediate aid with an urgent. All right, come on now. This is getting ridiculous. Tonga is calling for immediate aid with an urgent need for fresh water and food as it assesses the damage caused by Saturday's eruption of Hunga Ha'apa, or however you say that. The volcano exploded in a massive eruption on Saturday, said to be the biggest since Pinatubo in the Philippines in 1991, triggering a tsunami and blanketing the Pacific island nation in volcanic ash. Communications remain down, and the full extent of the harm to lives and property is currently unknown. What we do know is that Tonga needs immediate assistance to provide its citizens with fresh water. Parliament Speaker Lord Fakasuna said in a statement shared on social media. The appeal came as experts detected another eruption at the volcano. The Darwin Volcanic Ash Advisory Center said the volcano erupted at 22:10 GMT on Sunday, with the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center saying it had detected large waves in the area. This might be from another explosion of Tonga volcano. There are no known earthquakes of significant size to generate this wave. Australia and New Zealand on Monday sent surveillance flights to assess the damage in Tonga and said they were coordinating with the United States, France, and other countries on the humanitarian response. All right, Sophia, we'll be here, hon. At first, I thought it was just, you know, a volcano. I've seen videos, stuff like that, and video that has the sound from erupted. Let me put it to you this way: I'm not sure that's what it was. Right, stars? Yeah, you definitely can't run from the ash. Hey, Nick. I'm just doing my Monday news. I'm here. That's about all I can say. I hadn't, Liza. What's up with that? Uh, After I get the news updates and I'll, I'll put the link in, Nick, and you can come up. I remember seeing, the pictures and all of that Monique, but oh, really? I did not. You know what? That does make sense. Hey, today was Betty White's 100th birthday. All right, now to our other favorite foreign president, dictator, dickhead. Oh, I did not say that, ladies. I promise I. This right here be a game changer. if it'll pull up so y'all can see it. President Vladimir Putin will host his Iranian counterpart, Ibrahim Raisi, for talks in Moscow next week as Russia tries to help salvage a nuclear deal between world powers and Tehran. State television channel Russia 1 reported on Sunday. Apparently, that's all that's going to show. But I mean, guys, like I said, there could be a complete game changer. Usually, it does not make me try to register. But guys, that's dangerous, at least in my opinion. Look, you were Monique? Wow. Monique. All right. Britain says it's supplying anti-tank weapons to the Ukraine. Britain said on it had begun supplying Ukraine with anti-tank weapons to help it defend itself from a potential invasion during a standoff with Russia, which has massed troops near the Ukrainian border. Western countries say they fear Russia is preparing for a new assault on Ukraine, which it invaded in 2014. Of course, Moscow denies any plans for an attack, but has said it could take unspecified military action unless the West agrees to a list of demands, including Ukraine from ever joining NATO. Talks last week ended with no breakthrough. Kyiv has asked Western countries to arm to help it protect itself. Have the decision to supply Ukraine with light and armor defensive weapon systems. British Parliament saying the first ones are all number of personnel provide training for a short period of time. Did not specify the number or types of weapons that were being sent. They are not strategic weapons and pose no threat to Russia. They are to use self-defense. These are short-range that will make people pause and think what we're doing. If tanks were to roll into Ukraine, invade it, then they would be part of the defense mechanism. Ukraine's defense minister welcomed Wallace's announcement. Ukraine highly appreciates Britain's decision to provide a new security package with light anti-armor defensive weapon systems. Alexei Reznikov said in a tweet. Britain has previously warned Russia of severe consequences if it launched a new military assault on Ukraine, while offering financing to enhance Ukraine's naval capabilities. Wallace Rusty Shagiu, I have no clue how to pronounce that, to visit London in the next few weeks to discuss the crisis, though he did not know whether the Russians would accept. The current gap is wide but not unbridgeable, Wallace said, voicing the hope that diplomacy would prevail and adding, it is President Putin's choice. See you later, Jen. It does make you go, hmm. But at least we know, that the U.S. isn't the only ones trying to help Ukraine. Then I come across this little gem. Ow. All right, now I done clicked on no thanks on this. Please quit popping up. Senators to meet with Ukraine president to reaffirm U.S. support. A bipartisan group of senators is traveling to Ukraine this week to meet with President Zelensky and other Ukrainian officials amid escalating tensions between Kyiv and Moscow. Senators Rob Portman, Jeanne Shaheen, Chris Murphy, Kevin Cramer, Amy Klobuchar, Roger Wicker, and Richard Blumenthal. Now, I have never heard of none of those senators announced the trip on Monday. They said they are traveling to Ukraine and holding discussions to reaffirm the U.S. commitment to Ukraine, which continues to face an increasingly belligerent Russia. Meetings with Zelensky and other Ukrainian officials were slated for Monday, according to a statement from the senators. The development comes as U.S. officials are warning that Russia is continuing to levy threats of war against Ukraine, even after a series of diplomatic meetings over the past week that aimed to quell tensions to avoid a conflict. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan on Thursday said Moscow was planning a false flag operation. It will point to as a pretext for when it sets off an offensive against Ukraine. More than 100,000 Russian troops have already amassed on the eastern border of Ukraine. Monday's announcement also came after Microsoft announced on Saturday that dozens of computer systems connected to the Ukrainian agencies, organizations, and the government have been infected with malware. Ukrainian authorities have since blamed Russia for the breach. A group of more than 20 lawmakers, including some of the senators who will meet with Zelensky, spoke with the Ukrainian president last month during a video call earlier in December. Republican Ruben Gallego led a bipartisan delegation to Ukraine. Portman, the co-chairman of the Senate Ukraine caucus, emphasized the importance of supporting Ukraine in Monday's announcement. Ukraine continues to defend its territorial integrity against an increasingly aggressive Russia, while also striving to enact critical domestic reforms to solidify its democracy. It is more important than ever that the U.S. support Ukraine in its efforts, Portman said in a statement. I look forward to reaffirming this commitment during our upcoming discussions with senior Ukrainian officials, he added. Oh no, Lala, I hope you'll be able to move. Ah, I usually don't keep up with senators. I couldn't even tell you who my senator is, and that's sad. All right. Y'all remember when we was talking about Georgia Guidestones, when we was finishing up, I asked what we should, what rabbit hole we should go down next, right? I agree, stars. I can't remember exactly who it was, but in chat that day, they said they wanted us to start on Operation Dark Winter. And so I figured, would do that. And I figured today I'd kind of give y'all an overview on the background and let's go from there. I probably shouldn't call it a rabbit hole, but I mean, what else can we call it? All right, let me share the screen again. All right, this is from John Hopkins, Bloomberg School of Public Health, Center for Health Security. All right. This training tabletop exercise is based on a fictional scenario. The inputs experts used for modeling the potential impact were fictional. It is a teaching and training resource for public health and government officials. On June 22nd through On June 22nd through the 23rd, 2001, the Center for Strategic and International Studies, the John Hopkins Center for Civilian Biodefense Studies, the ANSER, Institute for Homeland Security, and the Oklahoma City National Memorial Institute for the Prevention of Terrorism hosted a senior level war game examining the national security, intergovernmental, and information challenges of a biological attack on the American homeland, with tensions rising in the Taiwan Straits. I'm going to say that one more time. Listen closely. With tensions rising in the Taiwan Straits. Does that sound familiar? And a major crisis developing in Southwest Asia. A cowpox outbreak was confirmed by the CDC in Oklahoma City during 13 days of the game. The disease spread to 25 states and 15 other countries. 14 participants and 60 observers witnessed terrorism warfare in slow motion. Discussions, debates, some rather heated, and discussions focused on the public health response, lack of an adequate supply of jabs, roles and missions of federal and state governments, civil liberties associated with um, I'm gonna call that segregation. We'll go with that. And isolation, the role of DoD, Department of Defense, and potential military responses to the anonymous attack. Additionally, a predictable 24/7 news cycle quickly developed that focused the nation and the world on the attack and response. 5 representatives from the press corps, including print and broadcast, participated in the game and conducted a lengthy press conference with the president. Y'all still with me? Good deal. Thank you, Liza. But, think about those 2 points. You got all that going on with China and Taiwan, and then you have the world versus that Asian country. And what November, early December that those vials were found. A stars. Um, I'll take and post the link in the chat. That way y'all can look at it too. I'd looked into it a little bit, but not a lot. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna set y'all down so I can run to the little girl's room and we'll get back into it. All right. Sorry about that. Oh, really? I did not know that, Susanna. I have to take and leave a comment on his video. Welcome back, Lala. All right. All right, now come on. Though Susanna was saying it's Mad Shad's birthday today. Um, there's the link for what I've been reading from. We'll go a little further in depth than this, and then we'll open the floor for discussion. But and then I'll tell you y'all what I'm seriously considering doing. You know, change it up a little bit for this rabbit hole. Make it a little more interesting. All right. And it tells you here the key players of, who they had as the president and, this, that, and the other. And the players were introduced to this crisis during a National Security Council meeting scheduled to address several emerging crises, including the deployment of a carrier task force to the Middle East. At the start of the meeting, the Director of Health and Human Services informed the President of a confirmed case of Tallpox in Oklahoma City. Additional Tallpox cases were soon identified in Georgia and Pennsylvania. More cases were reported in Oklahoma. The source of the infection was unknown, and exposure was presumed to have taken place at least 9 days earlier due to the lengthy incubation period of Tallpox. Consequently, exposed individuals had likely traveled far from the loci of what was now presumed to be a biological attack. The scenario spanned 13 days, and then it goes on down into the findings. Oh, I understand there, Lala. Excuse me. All right, last time I gave y'all homework, and I'm gonna do it again. I know I'm mean, I know. But what I want us to do with this one is I want us to go more in depth. I don't have a community tab yet, so I can't do a poll. At least I don't think I can anyway. If so, I don't know how to do it. We have 10 people in here at the moment. All right. Yeah, stars. Oh no, Lala. But all right, we'll do the poll first, and then I'll give you homework. All right. Would you all like to A, do our own scenarios, you know, and, come up with stuff that way, or B, just continue reading and studying on it, or C, do both. Right, Liza, I agree. Thank you, Monique. And what I'm thinking is if we're going to do both, I'll take and open the panel when we go to do the scenarios. That way, instead of stars, A is, would you like for us to come up with our own scenarios, and go over it, and all. B is, would you like to just study what we have on it? And C is, do option A and B. We got 2 votes for C. Oh, it's all right, Susanna. I completely understand. I completely understand. Anybody else want to vote in on this? And what I'll do is, instead of doing it on the days that I do the news, I'll take and do like either a Saturday or a Sunday for this. We'll do it one day a week, because we all have real lives. We have busy lives, and like Susanna said, people have their own channels, and I don't want to take nothing from their channel. So it'll give people time to come up with their own ideas. Bacon, Liza. I love bacon in mine. I reckon my son-in-law decided I was boring. Oh, and I want to give a big shout out to Prepper Tribe for sharing the Canva site with me. That's who made the thumbnail. So thank you very much, PT. I appreciate it. And for those that have Instagram, I did make an Instagram for Georgia Peach today. Anybody got anything big coming up this week? It's all right, Monique. Thank you, Susanna. Mhm. Yeah, stars. Seen that. We hang on. Let me bring up my weather app on my phone. Currently, we are sitting at 43. The low tonight's supposed to be 30 with no rain tonight. Then Tuesday and Wednesday is clear. Thursday, it starts raining again. It's going to be high 68 with low 41 Thursday. Friday is high 46 with a low of 30. And Saturday is high 43 with a low of 30. So we might very well get some snow. They ain't calling for it yet, but and we've been under a freeze warning since 1:45 p.m. today. It is crazy, stars. I agree. I mean, I'd be okay with the snow. I just don't like the cold. Even though I know you have to have cold, for it to snow. It is stars. We might do that one after a dark winter. Might very well do it. I'm honestly surprised that the rain that we have got has it frozen. But then the wind's been kicking it too, so it don't usually freeze if the wind's blowing. I'm sorry they might have messed it up for you, Lala. Our puppies, when you give them a bath, they'll get on the couch and all, to dry themselves off. I understand that, Lala. I completely agree, Stars. That's just like, and I've seen several other content creators talk about, for what, 3 months we were supposed to be watching the East Coast for a tsunami. And then all of a sudden, boom, off the West Coast. Oh, I believe it was, Monique. I like chocolate cake, especially the thin layer chocolate cake. Oh, hey, Minnie, how are you, hon? Exactly, Stars. Ah, I get tongue tied enough. Oh, I'll have to go back and watch that. I'm trying, stars, and I appreciate it. It's like last night. I wasn't. I mean, I was on YouTube, but I was watching movies last night, just trying to keep myself occupied. Excuse me. Yeah, my little Chihuahua. If you make him mad, you've had a really, really bad day. I hadn't, Liza. I hadn't never heard of it. like, that take that link, that I shared. If you need to read back over it, and it talks about it talks about um that stuff being released in like Oklahoma City. What if it happened in the city where you live at? How would you protect yourself? What would you do to protect your home, your family, your animals, and yourself? I'll have to look it up, Liza, and watch it. Uh-oh, Lala. No problem, stars. I understand that, Liza. Right, Lala. mm, I have it, Minnie. Right, Monique. And of course, getting into a scenario, you're gonna have to, look up the effects of the pox. Lala, honestly, I wish I could every day. It could, Lala. I've watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I need to get my Fire Stick put back in my room and hooked back to my TV. There was one that started coming on um the end of last year, and I can't remember what it was. Hmm. The History Channel has a lot of good information too. Now that would be awesome. I never seen that one, Monique. I hear you there, Meanie. Oh, damn, Lala. Have y'all heard anything about three asteroids that's supposed to pass by close to Earth this month? Excuse me. Hang on and I'll look. Oh, come on, computer. since it's not wanting to work with me. This was an article, um, let's see, January 14th. So that wasn't but 3 days ago. NASA alerts 3 asteroids passing Earth later today at different times, two of them considered potentially hazardous. So my phone, why ain't they telling us this stuff? Stars. Oh, I understand that, Liza. Mm, I don't remember it, Lala. I do need y'all's advice on something. Heck yeah, Monique. I don't blame you there. Do y'all think I should move my time back some, like maybe 7 or so, or just keep it at 5:30? I'd definitely march with you if I was there. Oh, Heaven's Gate, la la. You know, Monique, I originally picked 5:30 because at that time, Ghost was doing his lives at 7 and, all that. So I try to schedule mine when I know, people's not going to be on doing live. Yeah, Heaven's Gate was they called themselves everybody calls them a religious cult. And y'all do money, definitely make sure to try to video some of it. Yeah, Jim, we still here. Uh, Homework and um us deciding how we was on work the dark winter rabbit hole. Jen, there's the link to what would be in what I read over. I didn't go through the whole article. I just went down to we stopped at findings. It does feel dark. Yes, ma'am. Stars. Shoot, he can just help put plywood and all down in my camper and I'd be fine. Zeus, enough. Leave big baby alone. Ghetto was in the woods. If he's in the woods, yeah, we might have to go find him. No, they let the German Shepherd out and they chased the German Shepherd. But yeah, the Chihuahuas think that they can terrorize the German Shepherd, and the German Shepherd won't do nothing to them. I was wondering the same thing, but I wasn't going out you on it. Right, Jen. Oh yeah, definitely. And these three chihuahuas has the pack mentality. Liza, autocorrect wants all of us to sound dumb. I'm honestly thinking it's ran by the government.
What are you doing?
Whatever I want to
You best have looked at that video I sent you. Oh, you're live right now.
do. Yeah.
I said this way earlier.
I know.
You even got out of bed.
Oh, I know. I actually no longer have an iPhone. I have an Android. I do want to get back, you know, get another iPhone. It's going to have to wait till I have more money coming in, though. Mine's a Galaxy S8. I used to have the Samsung Note, but it messed up on me. And that was the best phone I ever had. Ah. No, Jen, I've honestly began to wonder, even with the Androids, um, my location thing pops up way too often, especially when I'm on YouTube. And thing is, I have my location turned off. While I'm thinking about that, let me look at something. Oh, yeah, they still know, Lala, unfortunately. Did the 5G go online yet? Ah, gotcha. Oh, damn. I know the last I heard, the airlines was still fighting with them on it. Lala, I can't truthfully answer that because uh, my stomach will not allow me to eat chili. It don't matter if it's the red chili or the white chili. I can't eat it either way. But most people I know actually put a spoonful of mayonnaise in it to, kind of take some of the heat out of it. And they use saltine crackers. My bunch will actually, well, if I make homemade biscuits, they'll eat homemade biscuits with theirs. Oh, bless your heart, Liza. I'm so sorry to hear that. Even when my mom was alive, I couldn't eat it. Oh, damn, Lala. That's good, Liza. It's good that you still stay active and you're able to. And that's nice of you to shovel, your neighbor's driveway and all. It pays to help out those that can't help themselves like that. She definitely is a strong woman. Y'all have heard me talk about my best friend's brother. Um, he has a condition where I can't remember the name of it, but his heart could stop beating, at any time because it already doesn't beat the amount of times it's supposed to a minute. And when they sent him home from the hospital last week, they sent him home with a vest that has the defib in it. You know, Yeah, Life Fest. Oof. Yeah, no, that's what they were talking about, Ohio. But he's not physically strong enough to go through that. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down for the night. Um, I know I'll be back Wednesday. Um, I'll probably see y'all on somebody's live sometime between now and then. But don't forget to study up, and we will. Do y'all want to start this weekend, or do y'all want to wait till next weekend to start on the scenarios and all? I'm not sure, Monique. I miss natives lives that he used to do on Monday nights. I'm never awake to catch his morning shows. I know, and I appreciate it very much, Liza. You guys are awesome. See y'all later. Love you, girls.